Hello everyone, welcome to httravel's Discovery Travel channel. Today, let's take our adventure ticket and take a flight back to Kenya, where wild nature, vibrant culture, and unique stories are waiting for us to discover. Kenya is not only the land of great migrations or majestic lions, but also a place that holds secrets that will make you exclaim in amazement. From the international airport located in the heart of a national park to the unique way of planting trees to cover the earth, Kenya will make you unable to take your eyes off. If you are excited, please click like, leave a comment to share your feelings, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any journey. And now, let's start our journey with a destination that I bet you've never heard of anywhere else in the world. First, we'll land at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in Nairobi, the vibrant capital of Kenya. This is not just any airport, but a gateway to a world where modernity and wilderness blend together in a magical way. What makes this place special? The airport is right next to Nairobi National Park, a real national park where lions roar, rhinos stroll, and cheetahs lurk just a few kilometers from the runway. Imagine landing after a long flight, looking out the window, and suddenly catching sight of a herd of zebras grazing leisurely, or even a silhouette of a lion looming in the red sunset. Is it a hello from nature that you can never forget? Jomo Kenyatta Airport is not only a hub for millions of visitors each year, but also a symbol of the unique spirit of Kenya, a country that knows how to preserve its wild beauty in the heart of the city. Just step out of the terminal and you can start your safari, as Nairobi National Park is less than 7 kilometers away. This is the only national park in the world located in a major capital city, offering a rare opportunity to see the Big Five: lions, elephants, leopards, rhinos, and buffalo, without leaving the hustle and bustle of the city. Just imagine watching elephants slowly move across the savannah in the morning, and enjoying a cup of aromatic coffee in a small cafe in the heart of Nairobi in the afternoon. This park also has interesting stories. Established in 1946, Nairobi National Park was Kenya's first national park, and it has become an important conservation area for wildlife, especially the endangered black rhino. The Nairobi skyline, with its skyscrapers looming in the distance, makes for a striking contrast when you stand in the middle of the savannah and watch wildebeest run amok. The park is also a great place for photography, with angles that capture both nature and urban sprawl in the same frame. It's this juxtaposition that makes Nairobi the perfect starting point for any Kenyan adventure, whether you're a seasoned explorer or just starting out. When it comes to wildlife, few places in the world can compare to Kenya, a land blessed by nature, where every dawn opens a new chapter in the epic of animals and plants. If you are looking for a place where nature remains untouched, where the roar of lions blends with the sound of the wind blowing through the grasslands, then Kenya is the gift that the natural world has in store for you. It is no coincidence that Kenya is known as the heart of African safari. The country owns more than 50 national parks and wildlife reserves, accounting for 7.6% of the total land area, according to statistics from the Kenya Wildlife Service. These are not only tourist attractions, but also invaluable biological treasures, home to thousands of rare wildlife species and rich ecosystems, stretching from savanna to high mountains, from swamps to arid deserts. Among the outstanding parks, it is impossible not to mention the Maasai Mara Reserve, a name that has become a legend among safari lovers. This is where the Great Migration takes place, one of the most spectacular natural phenomena on the planet. Every year, around July to October, more than 1.5 million wildebeest, zebra, and gazelle move together from Tanzania's Serengeti National Park to the Maasai Mara region in search of fresh grass. This journey is not only life in motion, but also a symphony of survival when the herds have to cross the Mara River, where crocodiles lie in wait under the water, while lions and leopards lurk on the banks. If you have the opportunity to witness that moment, you will see that nature, in its fierceness, also has its own extraordinary beauty. Not far from the Maasai Mara lies Amboseli National Park, a spectacular sight. Herds of elephants slowly traversing the dusty landscape, while the snow-capped Mount Kilimanjaro looms in the distance, Africa's tallest mountain, despite actually being in Tanzania. It's a vivid picture, where natural beauty and grandeur blend perfectly. If you like wide open spaces and biodiversity, Tsavo, Kenya's largest national park, is a must-see. Divided into Tsavo East and Tsavo West, the area boasts a diverse landscape, from arid red plains to lush green swamps, from the meandering Galana River to waterfalls and ancient volcanic caves. Tsavo is also where you can see red elephants because they often bathe in the red dirt typical of this region. With its remarkable biodiversity, rich ecosystems, and breathtaking landscapes, Kenya is truly a paradise for nature and wildlife lovers. But more than that, it is a place where we can reconnect with our Mother Earth, with a natural world that was once so close, but has become so rare in modern life. If you think Kenya is all about golden savannas and lush green forests, then Turkana will change your mind. Nestled in the northern part of the Great Rift Valley, where there seems to be only scorching sun and dust, there is a spectacular wonder called Lake Turkana, the largest desert lake on the planet, recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. With an area of over 6,000 square kilometers, the lake stretches like a giant mirror, reflecting the bright sunlight with a brilliant emerald green color, standing out against the arid, rugged landscape of volcanic rock. That is why the locals affectionately call it the Jade Sea, a beautiful and worthy name. However, Turkana is not only a land of captivating nature. This land also has a profound scientific and historical significance. Surrounding the lake is Siboloi National Park, where archaeologists have excavated a series of fossils related to human evolution, notably the skeleton of Turkana boy, a groundbreaking discovery of Homo erectus, helping humanity understand more about its own origins and ancestors. With this discovery, Turkana is not only a tourist destination, but also the first page of the book of human history. Ecologically, Lake Turkana is home to over 350 bird species and many endemic animals. Most notable are the giant Nile crocodiles, considered the largest in Africa, and the Turkana water snakes, which are only found in this area. The life that thrives here is a testament to the ability of nature to adapt to harsh conditions. But the journey to Turkana is not easy. With its rugged terrain, dry climate, and limited transport infrastructure, you will need a sturdy off-road vehicle, plenty of water, and especially an adventurous spirit. The rough roads, red dust, and scorching sun can be tiring, but the reward is priceless: a view of a calm lake surrounded by ancient volcanoes, where the sky and the land seem to merge. And then, when you stop at a small village by the lake, you will be greeted by the gentle smiles of the Turkana people, one of the indigenous peoples who have lived here for hundreds of years. Despite the harsh life, the Turkana people still maintain their traditional lifestyle, with their distinctive dress, colorful necklaces, and a way of life completely connected to nature. They raise goats, sheep, and even crocodiles, part of the lake's livelihood. The houses made of branches and mud, along with stories told by word of mouth from generation to generation, will make you feel the deep connection between people and this land. Coming to Turkana is not just a trip to see the scenery, but a journey back to the most original things: pristine nature, ancient history, and admirable human resilience. For those who have passed half of their life and are looking for a place not only to see, but also to feel, Turkana is the place. Hidden behind that appearance of pristine nature, Kenya is also a silent giant in the agricultural industry, especially in the coffee growing and exporting industry, a fragrant treasure that not everyone knows about. When it comes to coffee, we may immediately think of famous countries like Brazil, Ethiopia, or Colombia. But few people expect that Kenya is also on the list of the world's leading coffee exporters. In 2024, Kenya exported more than $60 million worth of coffee, a significant number for an economy that relies mainly on agriculture. And what is worth mentioning here is not just quantity, but quality, because Kenyan coffee is highly appreciated by experts around the world. What makes Kenyan coffee special is the terrain and climate. The highlands of Nyeri, Kirinyaga, Kiambu or Mount Elgon with their ideal altitude, fertile volcanic soil, and the alternating sun and rain have created an ideal environment for Arabica coffee plants to grow. The result is coffee beans with a very distinct flavor, rich, slightly sour, sweet aftertaste and fruity or floral aroma, making coffee connoisseurs around the world fascinated. But here's what makes many people laugh: Kenyans don't actually drink much coffee. You didn't hear wrong. Despite being a famous coffee-producing country, most Kenyans prefer milk tea or strong black tea. The reason comes from the habit formed during the British colonial period, when tea was the most popular drink, especially chai, tea mixed with milk and sugar, boiled directly with ginger or spices. Coffee, on the other hand, is considered a luxury product, mainly for export, bringing in valuable income for the country. This creates an interesting paradox: a country that grows some of the world's finest coffee, but its people rarely drink it. Those expensive, premium Kenyan coffees are mainly enjoyed in Europe, America or Asia, where the brand, Kenyan coffee, has become a guarantee of quality. For the elderly or those who have experienced many cultures, this can bring a gentle reflection that value sometimes lies not in what we have, but in how the world receives it. And Kenya, with its silence and perseverance, has quietly given the world a wonderful gift: a small drop of coffee, but containing the soul of the land and sky of Africa. If you think Kenya's agriculture is all about aromatic coffee, let me tell you about another surprising industry, an industry that smells and blooms: cut flower exports. Yes, you heard right. Kenya, a land of sunshine and savanna, is one of the world's 5 largest flower exporters, especially roses and carnations. The heart of this flower industry is the Lake Naivasha region, located at an altitude of nearly 2,000 meters above sea level, where the climate is cool all year round, the soil is fertile, and the sunlight is abundant. 3 ideal factors for flower fields to grow all year round without using too much artificial energy. Giant greenhouses stretching for dozens of hectares on the lake shore are where red, white, yellow, pink roses are carefully nurtured, day by day and hour by hour, in preparation for a long journey across the ocean. These vibrant flowers are not only a symbol of love and romance, but also a source of livelihood for thousands of Kenyan families. The flower industry employs more than 100,000 people, the majority of whom are women. On flower farms, they tend, prune, sort and package each flower with exceptional care and skill. For many rural women, this is a rare opportunity to earn a steady income, be financially independent and support their children in school. Every day, millions of flowers are shipped from Naivasha to Nairobi International Airport, and then flown to major markets in Europe, the Middle East, and even Asia. You might be surprised to learn that the bouquets you see in Amsterdam, Berlin, Dubai, or Tokyo, especially on Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, or Christmas, were most likely picked from a farm on Lake Naivasha just days earlier. Each petal, each scent, is not just a commercial product, but also the crystallization of Kenyan sunshine, the hard work of local people, and a quiet love of natural beauty. Kenya's flower industry is a testament to how a country can combine natural potential and human effort to reach out to the world without noise, without fanfare, but persistently and inspiringly. And for those who appreciate simple, delicate beauty, a rose from Naivasha is not just a gift of love, it is also the story of a country that blossoms in the most ordinary of things. Amid the challenges of climate change, environmental degradation, and widespread desertification, Kenyans have not sat still. They chose a very personal approach, both simple and creative, but full of humanity and long-term effectiveness. One of the most prominent initiatives is the planting of forests using seed balls, small pieces of soil that contain green hope for the future. This seemingly simple idea was developed by Seed Balls Kenya to address deforestation and soil degradation in many parts of Kenya, particularly in the Maasai Mara, Samburu, and arid northern regions. Each seed ball is a small clay ball containing native plant seeds, biochar, and a little compost. All of this is wrapped neatly in a thick clay shell that acts as a natural armor, protecting the seeds from insects, birds, and harsh weather conditions. The special thing here is the way those seed balls are scattered on the ground. No complicated machinery or elaborate techniques are needed. They are dropped from helicopters, small planes, or even by hand, by local communities, especially schoolchildren, farmers, and conservation groups. They are simply thrown into the natural environment, and once it rains, the clay layer dissolves, revealing the seeds ready to sprout. No watering, no digging, no special care, just time and nature doing its part. Since the program began, millions of seed balls have been distributed across Kenya. Arid lands gradually revive with the green of acacia trees, rain trees, or native tree species that have the ability to improve soil and retain water. The initiative not only restores vegetation, but also reduces soil erosion, increases moisture, and supports the return of wildlife. But perhaps the most touching aspect is the community aspect. Seed ball planting is no longer just an activity for environmentalists. It has become a part of school education, community activities, and even the nature conservation culture of modern Kenyans. Children learn that planting a seed today is an investment in their own future. Adults understand that every small act, even throwing a tiny ball of soil, can help save an entire ecosystem. This is not just a story about environmental protection, it is also a gentle but profound reminder that life always starts from simple things. One seed, one drop of rain, one hand sowing, and a whole forest can grow from it. If you are a sports enthusiast, you must have heard of Eliud Kipchoge, the Kenyan marathon legend. On October 12, 2019, at the special event Ineos 159 Challenge in Vienna, Austria, Kipchoge made history by becoming the first person in the world to run a marathon in under 2 hours, with a time of 1 hour 59 minutes and 40 seconds. Although not recognized as an official record because it did not follow international competition standards, this achievement is still considered an iconic milestone in the history of sports. What accounts for this superiority? The answer lies in a unique ethnic group called the Kalenjin, who live primarily in the Rift Valley, a plateau that stretches across central Kenya. In the sporting world, the Kalenjin are known as the Olympic medal factory, with their rate of professional athletes and medal winners far exceeding that of any other ethnic group in the world. A unique combination of genetics, environment, rigorous training culture, and community spirit has created this magic. In Kenya, running is more than just a sport, it is a way out of poverty, a pathway to education, and a source of pride for the entire community. Many of the runners come from poor families and live in remote villages, but with their legs and determination, they have risen to become national icons and inspirations to the world. Each medal they win represents not just an individual, but a symbol of Kenyan ambition, sacrifice, and indomitable spirit. So we have just completed a magical journey through Kenya, where every step is a story. From the airport in the middle of the wild, the reserves full of life, to the vast desert lakes, the fragrant coffee beans, the colorful flower fields, the balls of seeds reviving the green forest, the unique Maasai customs, and the steely spirit of the athletes. Kenya is not just a destination on the map, but an experience that changes your perspective on people, nature, and life. If you find this video interesting, Don't forget to like, share with your friends and subscribe to the channel to continue exploring the world with me. Which country do you want me to tell you about in the next journey? Leave a comment. See you on the next trip.